Hello world. In this video, we're going to go over what makes all websites possible and which is a fundamental component of web development, namely HTML. Every website you've ever visited was built by somebody who was studying HTML just like you are doing right now. In 1993, HTML was invented by Sir Tim Berners-Lee, the same inventor of the World Wide Web. What is HTML? HTML is hypertext markup language, and markup is the key word here. Both the idea and terminology of HTML comes from when editors would take manuscripts from authors and would take a red pen and would mark up the manuscript to give instructions to the author on what changes they would like to see. So for example, if they would like something to become the heading, they would mark it up for the heading. If they wanted something to become bold, they would mark it up with a little scribble underneath for it to become bold. We do the exact same thing today in HTML. We mark up our web pages with HTML so they are better structured. For example, the text on a page can be marked up to be displayed either as a paragraph or as a bullet pointed list or as a data table. So to demonstrate this further, let's open up the Chrome browser and let's go to google.com. Once we are here, let's right click and go to inspect. And what this does is it opens up the development tools that we can see over here. Now what this is actually showing us right now is I've selected the Elements tab, and it's showing us the HTML DOM structure. So it's showing us the HTML code that is being used to display this site right here. So what we can do is we can actually go a little bit deeper, and we can look at individual parts, which we call elements. So let's see over here, for example. So what I want to do is I want to change the text that is shown within the search bar where it reads search Google or type a URL. So the search bar is an input field. This is an HTML tag for input field where the users, which is you, will put in some information. So in this case, it is a search type. So of course, it's a search bar. And the placeholder text, which is shown right here as search Google or type a URL, that is over here. And now this, of course, can be anything that we want it to be. So let's change this. How about we make this into something a little bit more instructive? Here we go. And while we're at it, let's see if we can change the name of this link. That's also something that I would like to change. So we have it right over here. Let's change this to Devamine. There we go. So as you can see, HTML really does provide the structure for the page. We can change all the text that's everywhere, and we could also change what elements or which button is displayed where, and what search functionality there is, and which links are taking you where. That's what we are actually putting in there with HTML. I want to take this one step further. I want to show you what the internet would look like if we did not have HTML. So here I'm at the Gutenberg.org, where you can get free books. So here we have a great book, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. And what we can do over here is we can view this entire book for free in plain text. So this is how the internet would look like if we did not have HTML. So the first things that you will notice is all the font is the same. All the text is the exact same size. The only difference being is some of it is capitalized and some of it is not. Now I do see paragraphs. I can tell that this is a paragraph, but I can't really tell you more than that. So let's see what the same book would look like if we had HTML. So we have this link over here. It says read this book online with HTML. And the first thing you see, wow, there's an image. The cover of the book is actually shown. And that immediately changes everything, because now this is much more appealing. I also noticed that it has a header, a very clearly marked header. I can see some stylized. There's a line over here. We're using different fonts. the header is a different size from the rest of the text. And down here is the most important thing on the internet. These are links. So if I click this, it will actually take me to different sections of the same website, which is absolutely brilliant. Just a little taste of what HTML brings us. So what are some benefits of HTML? Using HTML, we can give structure to any website. All browsers can read HTML, whether it's Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge, whatever browser it is you use, it can read HTML. HTML also allows for SEO, and SEO stands for search engine optimization. And what that is, it means that Google is able to use web crawlers to index your page. Google is able to figure out who the best target audience is for your web page. So if you have tags that say that this is the title and the title is kittens, it will show that to people who are looking for kittens. HTML also allows for the display of pictures, videos, audios. So we can have Netflix, we can have Spotify, and we can have Pinterest. So just imagine what the world would look like if we didn't have Pinterest or Instagram, or if we didn't have YouTube, or if we didn't have Spotify. HTML also allows for accessibility. So for those of us who have a hard time seeing without aid, we can use screen readers to read out the text on the page. And the screen reader uses HTML to figure out what is important and what isn't. HTML also allows for the linking of a web page. Now imagine an internet where we cannot go from one website to the other by clicking on a link. How painful would that be? Thanks to HTML, we do not live in that world. And we can simply click on a link and be taken straight to where we need to go. HTML is also very easy to learn, and it makes it a great point of entry for people who are trying to learn web development. Thank you for watching. I am Amin. If this video is helpful to you, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.